What is going on, my fellow Karok brothers? Today I'm just going to be throwing out a few ideas that I've been thinking about. It's now 7 o'clock in the morning. I've been up all night thanks to being an insomniac, but hey, life goes on. So for the first idea that I've been thinking about for a long time, something that has bothered me and annoyed me ever since the shout taunt skill came out, so you can antagonize the boss to clash you. Now, how many times have you been in a predicament where you've fought, you've got your SP, you shout, and the boss just ignores you? Or let's say you fought, you got the SP, you shout, the boss starts his clash animation at you, and then lo and behold, someone flinches him. Now, I don't know about you, but that is annoying to me. It happens so many times, and it's just like, thanks, I just wasted my SP. Even though I called it out with, F1, a lot of people, including myself, will double F1, almost like an Eevee to say she's about to reverse gravity. We do that, we say, hey, I'm shouting, I'm getting ready to go for it, and the boss either ignores you or they get knocked out of it. Now, in this picture I got coming up with Aglin the Golem, he is notorious for just ignoring your taunts, and it's just like, nope, I ain't gonna bother with you. With this taunt zone, what it would, do is say, I'm in his zone, I'm in the face, I'm like, hey, look at me, let's do this, let's get it on. Time for me to kick your butt in this clash. Instead of him just ignoring you, it now gives you a 100% guarantee that he is going to clash you. At that point, he cannot be flinched out of it, and he can't ignore you. It is going to happen, 100% guarantee. The only way that he would get knocked out of it, understandably, is if, say, the Herc does his little stab move, like, oh, look at me, I'm going to charge you with my sword. Or the Vela with their chains does that move. I don't know their names, I don't play them, I'm a Karok, and that's what I'll always play mainly. If I ever mess around, it's only for like level 1 to 20, and then I get bored and I go back to Karok, because that's who I like. So, in that state, then sure, he gets knocked out of it, but any other time, 100% guarantee he is going to clash you. Because, like I said, Aglin and several of the bosses, they're notorious for just ignoring you. So at that point, they would no longer do it. This next idea is something I've been, thinking about, hoping that they ever implement it. Will they? Who knows? Probably not. What I call the tag team clash. So basically what tag team clash is two Karoks, two clashes simultaneous. Now, at this point you're wondering, why do I have a silverback gorilla picture up on the screen? For this, I am going to use pictures that I grabbed off of Google because I can draw cars and other stuff, but I cannot draw animals or people or anything like that. Not my area of skill. So yeah, we're going to go with this picture of this roided out monkey, gorilla, crazy looking guy. Alright, so the whole scenario begins with the sign that he's about to clash. In this case with the gorilla, it is his chest thump. So at that point, he's getting ready to do it, and you get in front of him. In this next picture, it kind of shows you what he does. He starts to lunge at you, and you see that I have two circles here. One is yellow for his left hand, one is blue for his right hand. Alright? So, the first part of the first clash is his yellow fist. He brings it down. The first Karok grabs it, sitting there holding it, and now the gorilla's thinking to himself, alright, you got that hand, I'm going to bring out my other one now. So he brings down the blue fist. Second Karok grabs it. Now, why do I think a tag team would be cool? Because if you think about it in a fight, if someone gets your arm, you're not going to just say, oh, you got my arm, I give up, I'm just going to sit here and struggle with you over it. No, you're going to bring out your other arm, your fist, your elbow, your head, your legs, something to help fight back, right? So in this scenario, you now have his two fists, in a clash. One Karok holding the left, one Karok holding his right. Now, the way I imagine that this would work, because at this current point in time, the clash, you can only hold it for a max of 10 seconds. We all know this. You would have a meter representing you and a meter representing him, and you'd see both on your screen. So now that I'm sitting there holding his left fist and I'm slowly clicking so I don't automatically lose the clash, the meter starts to fill up. Now if you click faster, the meter fills faster. If you click slow, it fills up slower. So the first clash and the first clash and the second clash have both filled up their meters. And at that point the game realizes, hey, both meters are filled, time to end the clash. And do the animation. Now in this first picture I've got up on the screen now, you can see from the back side that the gorilla has one arm out. That indicates that only one clash was there, only because maybe there was only one Karok in the raid, or only one Karok got in position to clash. So he's got one arm there, he's got his other arm to support him, and he's down for, let's say, 4 to 6 seconds, right? Now, let's say both Karoks are there, and now we look at this picture, and you can see I've got 2 yellow arrows that are pointing out. And yes, this gorilla is doing a faceplant. But what these 2 yellow represent is now both his arms would be stretched out, kind of like that first picture, but now both of them. And that would mean that instead of him being down for 4 to 6 seconds, it now doubles the time, so it would be 8 seconds plus instead of just 4. And then that's your reward for having 2 Karoks successfully complete the tag team clash. Now, you say, well, what if there is only one Karok in the raid? What does that do? Well, it really doesn't do anything. It goes back to that first picture of only one arm being stretched out. There's no loss except for that second fist when he slams it down. Make sure the other players aren't in the area, or if they are, they do a dodge, to avoid the splash damage, I guess you could call it, for his second fist slamming down. But you still have a clash, you could still win it. But if you have 2 Karoks, they both get that clash, the tag team, then he is down for that much longer. I think, in my example with just the simple, gorilla, that'd be pretty cool, but I mean, think about it with other giant bosses that we fight, whether it's Biokaros or Siggy or even Leonidas or whatever you want to call them, Leo. One person gets his tail, one person gets his head, or one person gets his claw, one person gets his tail for Biokaros. So there's different variations, so you're not always doing the same exact clash on the same boss. You have, now 2 options. Say you're in there by yourself, you're the only Karok. Hey, I want to go for his left fist, or no, wait, I'm not in position because I was on his right side, so now let me go for his right fist. It gives you more flexibility. It promotes teamwork better, I think, because now you're working as a tag team to pull off a better, bigger clash. So yeah, that's just my idea for it. Whether they implement it or not, who knows? I doubt it, but I think it'd be pretty cool. I really would like to see the taunt zone thing though, because that would greatly help out. Some bosses you can taunt from anywhere and they'll do it every time. Others, not so much. But yeah, definitely looking forward to hearing some feedback, whether it's from Karoks or any of the other player classes, because it affects them too. Let's say you clash some boss and it flips them on a side, so all the other players can now get at that break off that much more easily. It helps them out. So I definitely want to, hear from everybody, not just my brother Karoks, but, let me know your thoughts, ideas, and I look forward to hearing. And, just make sure it's not, something stupid. Make sure it's constructive, not much for trollers or idiots or anything like that. Make it constructive. Depending on how this video goes, the feedback and stuff, I might make a video for EVs because it's something I've been thinking about, even though I don't play them. It's something I've noticed, things with them that, kind of throw me off, like why didn't they implement this, or why do they do that? That way we can, just give our feedback even more about characters, so in the future when they do their buffs or their debuffs, they have, instead of saying, well, this move should be like this and that move should do this, they have, real strong reasons as to why we feel they should do it. But anyways, that is going to be it for today. I hope that you all take care. This is the Albino Hulk signing out. Peace.